Well, let me get straight to the point. In 8 days time, I'm racing the Northumbrian middle distance triathlon. However, the past week, I have successfully managed to run 5 kilometers. Oh no. So yes guys, hello and welcome back to the Adam Templeton Triathlete YouTube channel. And no, your eyes and ears did not deceive you. What I previously said, and that Strava graph, yeah, that's all completely true. 5 kilometers ran this past week, all because on Sunday I had done a long run where my right hip held up fine, and then on the Monday went out for an easy run and my left knee was not happy at all. On Tuesday morning I woke up and yeah, my left knee was still really sore. It was just clicking like crazy. Essentially all movements were sort of through the running gait, through the pedal stroke, and I didn't even want to test it in the pool doing tumble turns. So Tuesday was a complete rest day. Thankfully I was able to get back to cycling by Thursday. Throughout the week as well, I've been doing a lot on the cross trainer at the gym, which I feel has eased it off each day as I've went, sort of getting the blood flowing around the knee, around the quad, but without the impact of running, that definitely helped. I have also now been stretching like crazy. I've never used the foam roller as much in my life. If I've got one thing to say to you, is prehab over rehab. I just didn't realise how tight my hamstrings and my quads and my hip flexors had been getting after adapting to the TT bars. But yeah, we've now been going not full gas with the training, but full gas with the recovery and stretching. Training before picking up this little niggle was going really good. I was starting to increase the intensity a bit while maintaining the volume, and then yeah, it's put me in a really strange situation where I've eased off sort of 2 weeks out. Normally I would taper like maybe 7-8 days. I like decreasing the volume, keeping the intensity, then a couple of days before the event just spiking it back up, revving the engine a wee bit more. However, I'm now 8 days out, as I was saying, but I feel really fresh already. So it's going to be a strange sort of juggle, strange sort of balance, trying to make sure I keep this freshness while maintaining the sharpness in my legs for race day arriving. On the cards today, I'm going to do sort of a couple of steady efforts and then a few hill reps as well. So just about to start with a TT effort out towards Paisley. Going to have a good tailwind, so that should be good fun. Then about like 4 times 5 minute hill efforts, a little break, another TT effort at steady pace, and then if the legs are feeling it, I'll do some more hill reps on a shorter climb. If the legs aren't feeling it, I'll just head back to the house. You might also be able to tell that the camera quality is slightly better. I finally bit the bullet and decided to get a new GoPro, upgraded it a wee bit as well, so you'll be able to hear me moaning, hear me sniffing during training, and just watch me suffering in higher definition. Let's get this first TT rep started. Okay, TT rep number 1 done. I guess this shot here will really test the camera if it can pick me up talking. But yeah, I'll just ease off on this little descent, take a couple of minutes, and then, well, not even a couple of minutes, it's literally like 90 seconds to this climb, and then we go again. 4 times about 5 minute hill reps. Let's do it. Rep 2 of 4 complete, and yeah, I'm really regretting wearing this base layer now. Woo! I'm feeling the heat. And rep 4 of 4 complete. Wow, hill wind, I can't even speak. Hill reps into a headwind are not fun. It's actually started to rain a wee bit as well. We've seen those clouds earlier on, but didn't think it was going to come to much. I think I'll probably just go for a longer TT rep and then probably patch the second round of hill reps because I had a reasonably good day yesterday in training with efforts on the elliptical and in the pool. Take on some nutrition just now, see how the energy feels after the TT rep, and we'll go from there. TT rep number 2 done and dusted, and yeah, I'm going to ride for a wee bit longer just to get a bit more volume in, but we'll just leave those other hill reps for another day. Probably go for about another half an hour or so, back to the house, stretch off, and then head to the pool. There we go, made it home, safe and sound. Ride itself, just over 70k with what, 1200 metres of climbing, so a good amount in there. Happy to get the hill reps done because this Northumbrian course is no joke. And yeah, doing the hill reps outside also means some downhill practice, which can never be a bad thing for me anyway. Heading off to the pool now, just for a very simple swim, straight in the water. Of course the body's warm from the cycle, but just to try and simulate when you're going into a triathlon and you're not getting the chance to warm up as much, I'm going straight in and doing 4x500 at a steady effort. Also, before heading out the door there, I've done a little bit of stretching just to make sure everything's just loosened up after the ride. The knee seemed to hold up fine, or it's less my knee, it's more one of the tendons on the outside that just kind of keeps clicking over the bone. But yeah, it's obviously just because the muscles round about it get super tight and I wasn't doing anything about it. However, feels good so far, and to be honest, when race day rolls around, if it means that I need to do 3 or 4 minutes of stretching in transition to before going on to the run, rather than costing myself 20 minutes by having to walk, yeah, that's what I'll be doing. Yes, come on! What a swim! Wow, so I went in the water, and after like 350 metres I felt like I was finally getting into the swing of things, so I thought, you know what, we'll just make it 2x1k instead of 4x500, and wow, I was absolutely cruising. Again, in between the reps, took that sort of 20-25 seconds, more mental rest than actual resting from the effort, and the entire swim, 2k long, including a 20-second rest, 35 minutes 25. Yes, it's in the pool and my stroke works a lot better in the pool being slower stroke rate, but if I swim anywhere near that, even like 2 minutes slower, 3 minutes slower on race day, I'll be absolutely buzzing. I think I'm finally ready after doing 20k swim weeks for so long. I'm finally ready to not be last out the water. I'll probably sign off for today here. Got some optimal recovery of a nice all-day shift at IKEA, and I'll catch you tomorrow for the last volume day of training. See you then. Actually, one last quick thing. With this video here, and then now that I've got the camera again, question of the video: would you want to see a race week series similar to the Mallorca vlogs, where it'll be minimal editing but just sort of a daily breakdown of what I'm doing? Let me know in the comments if that's something that you want to see. Sunday morning, we finally made it out on the bike, and yeah, like, I don't even know, it's nearly 7 o'clock and I probably should have been out the latest 6:30. So yeah, just a lot of flapping about this morning. Decided last night when I got back in from work, oh yeah, I'll just clean my bike in the morning. Don't do that. Just when you know that you're going to be riding in the morning, just clean it the previous night. I really was just a quick clean, but it's 15-20 minutes that I could have saved this morning. Weather wise, it's just sort of annoyingly windy. Not crazy, but just enough that it's just a hassle when you're riding it into it. Objective of today's training is the last bit of big volume. Just going to go out and try and get at least 4 hours on the bike here. Just not super easy, but sort of focused, easy riding when hitting the climbs, not trying to go too hard but keeping at least a good bit of pressure on the pedals. Then I'll get back to the house and I think I probably will lace up the running trainers for the first time in a week pretty much now, and not get greedy. I think at most 3 kilometres, try and hold a good pace. I feel that obviously your running technique is different when you're going fast, you're going slow, so I'll try and run at sort of a race effort for those 3 kilometres, and yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, the knee holds up. It feels alright this morning. Again, it's fine cycling, but there's just still something about it that's a wee bit off. Heart rate this morning as well is a wee bit lower than usual. I don't feel overly tired, it's not too cold, but yeah, we'll just see how this ride gets on. Let's go. Right, mid-edit Adam here. I was trying to test out the new GoPro on the previous stem mount with the TT bars in, but yeah, you can see the footage is not great at all. It'll probably be the last time I'll be trying this one. There we have it. The Fairley Moor climb now complete, putting me over halfway into this one, and yeah, that climb there's pretty much no way to get over it in an easy manner, but had a direct tailwind, used that to my advantage, and now we've got a good bit of cruising, hopefully with more of a tailwind and then sort of a crosswind on the way home. Let's keep going. Just about back at the house. Really happy with how this ride's went. We'll review it in a wee bit more detail in a minute, but yeah, first it's crunch time. Go home, change the shorts and test out the knee on the run. Well, it wasn't pretty. To be honest, it probably wasn't good, but it wasn't bad either. I think obviously at the moment anyone that's been injured knows sort of that hypersensitivity that you get to any little tweak or whoop moment just where you jolt and you second guess yourself for a moment. But 3 kilometres more than what I've ran in the last 6 days, and yeah, I'm wearing the Saucony Endorphin Speeds, which do have the plate in them as well, so a little bit more give back from the ground, not as simple as the Nike Pegasus. Race day, of course, we're wearing the classic Alpha Flies, Zoom X foam. I'm a marketing man for Nike, you can definitely tell, but that will obviously cushion the knee a bit more. It's on hard packed trail. Running this week, I really just need to balance it, but that wasn't too bad. That was promising. You know, it might not just be a swim and a bike. I think we can get around this run as well. However, talking about the bike, looking at the ride I just done there, yes, it's always a bit faster when it's a wee bit warmer, and yeah, I've got the TT bars on, but that was 120k in like 4 hours and 10 minutes, which was like 28.5 k's an hour. I've never really rode about that fast. Like I was saying at the start, I was maybe feeling a wee bit flat. Heart rate probably wasn't responding as it normally did, but I managed to work into it. Only real effort was up the classic Fairley Moor climb, and yeah, the tailwind coming home was absolutely great fun. Another big positive from that ride is my upper back, my neck and shoulders are not super tight. Normally when I start to get like 2.5, 3 hours in onto a ride like that, I start to tighten up, but yeah, after being on the TT bars now, I guess because I was ill, I only started using them on like the 1st or 2nd of June, so 3 weeks to properly adapt to using the TT bars, but yeah, we kept it relaxed. It's all coming together, by the way, it's all coming together. Now, normally on a Sunday I'd then go to the gym and just do a bit of stability, mobility work, a few sort of like dynamic movements, some backwards lunges, some jumping squats, but I think I won't do that today. I'll probably do that tomorrow. Whether I run tomorrow, I'm not too sure. I might do maybe like a 4k run or something, and then go on the cross trainer, and then I'll be at the gym anyway to do a bit of strength there. But we won't do any more strength today. Up next, I'll probably get back to the house, bite to eat, and then I'll still head to the pool, at least get some technique work in, get the arms turning. Yeah, let's just stretch off, nothing silly. Let's go. And okay, we're now en route to the pool. In the water, just going to keep it super simple. Some 400 metre repeats, sort of steady effort, where before each round I'm going to do a few drills, just really dial in on the technique, and then to finish up I'll just do some work with the pool boy and the pads like usual. I'm hoping that the pool is fairly quiet. The swimming lessons are off for their summer break, but yesterday when I was at the closer pool, they still had like a splash about session on, so who even knows how busy it's going to be here. What a nightmare. Why did they never put signs up that there's going to be a swimming gala on at the weekend? I was here during the week, nothing about it. Ah man, so I guess it's off to the hub pool it is then. Another nice 15-minute drive, completely wasted. Nightmare. Swim now complete, and that marks the end of today's training. Another solid one banked. A great ride this morning, a positive 3km run, and yeah, with that run, before the swim I did take a longer break just to get something more decent to eat, and then sat with the ice pack on my knee for a wee bit. Not that I've really felt that it needed it, but just more for the psychological benefit of it, and just now it feels pretty normal, so that is really good. Swim there, swimming alright, wasn't too bad, maybe a bit tired by the end, but yeah, nothing crazy, and like I was saying, finished up for the day. If you did enjoy this weekend of training, be sure to hit the like button, and if you want to find out how I got on and race day in 1 week's time, hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you in the next one.